Now we'll what we'll be doing is sorry, we'll be configuring our ESCs, calibrating our ESCs, and check if the motor is running on the correct side or not. Here, while we have seen on the computer that the first rotor should be clockwise, the third rotor should be clockwise, second should be anti-clockwise, and fourth should be anti-clockwise. So now we'll make sure that while testing we'll be making sure that the motor run in the specified directions, and while calibrating the ESCs at the same time. Now for calibrating the ESCs, you need to unbox the remote. Now what you'll find is, you'll find a remote in which you have to put 4 cells, AA cells, and then you have to turn it on like this. If you hear any beep, suppose if you hear any beep, just make sure all the buttons are on the top and the throttle is down, so that the error will go and you can see the screen very without any error. Now you have to make sure that first you have to press this for 2 seconds, go into system, then go down, and you have to go into stick mode. As you can see, there is stick mode here. You have to select OK and make sure there is mode 2 selected here. You can select it by using this up and second button, up and down button, but you have to make sure that you select mode 2. Okay, then come out. That's it. And this is the receiver. Now as you have seen that we'll be using channel 3 for calibrating our ESCs. We'll be using channel 3 for calibrating ESCs. Why? Because in the remote the channel 3 is this throttle button, throttle joystick. Okay, so we'll be using this one for our purpose. So for using this, we'll be taking ESCs from here. There are 3 wires, yellow, red and brown. Yellow signifies signal, red signifies VCC, and the brown signifies ground. And here, if you can see clearly, just give me a minute. Yes, okay. So here you can see there is S means signal, plus means positive, and minus means ground. So this whole line is signal, then the middle line is plus, and the last line is negative, that is ground. So we'll be connecting it accordingly on the third pin. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll be keeping it aside. Then for calibrating the ESC, what we will be doing is, we'll take the remote and we will push the throttle to the maximum here and keep it aside like this. Now we'll take our LiPo battery, make sure it is charged. The charged value is more than 11 volts. Anything more than 11 volts, full charge is 12 volts, but it should be anywhere more than 11.4 volts, 11 or 11.4 volts. Now what we'll be doing is, we'll be connecting the battery like this. Now you'll hear the beeps. The beep doesn't come from the ESC, the beep comes from the motor. This is the maximum value. Now you have to push down the, as you can see, I have pushed the throttle to the minimum, and the ESC has also been programmed. Now how you can confirm that the ESCs are programmed? As you see that I'll throttle it up, and the motors will spin. Now we'll measure the direction of the motor. This is clockwise. Now this is the fourth motor here. The fourth motor is supposed to be anti-clockwise, and this motor is spinning clockwise. So what we will do is, we will step down the throttle, disconnect the battery, and we will change any two wires, any two. We will swap them like this. It's very easy. We just swap them like this and connect the batteries again. Okay, and then push up the throttle, and as you can see, the motor is moving in anti-clockwise direction. That's it. This is as simple as this. Now we will do the same thing with other ESCs also. Now all the ESCs are being checked and calibrated accordingly. Now we'll use zip ties to tie up this ESCs. Make sure that you use wires also in this way and use zip ties in this way, such that it comes like this and you're all set. And we are done. Now after connecting the zip ties to every ESCs, what we will do now is take a double side tape. This we will use this to stick our autopilot and receiver onto the board. Now first we will use autopilot. Now this autopilot here, as you can see, is OpenPilot CC3D. It's a very famous autopilot, and when you look very closely, you'll see a forward mark here. As you can see here, this is forward mark. Now this is a triangle. Triangle means forward. Now here the forward mark will be kept like this because these two is of red color arms are our forward directions. This will be our forward directions in terms of the orientation of the drone. Now we'll do the connection of the autopilot in this manner. Here this is the receiver of the RC receiver, and this is the forward mark, and here we will connect the ESCs to the autopilot. So we'll see step by step how we can connect the autopilot. Now first things first, as you can see, these are numbered as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here there is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we'll use this ESC and connect it like these. Now here, as you can see, the signal part is on the top, the middle is VCC and the lower one is ground. It's mentioned right here, but please make sure that you look at it very carefully. The second one goes here in the same way, the third one in the same way, and the fourth one in the same way. Easy peasy. That's it, and we are done. We are done with the output side of the connections of our drone. Now we'll use the input side of the connection, and for that it's a little delicate system, so please make sure that you have soft hands while doing this. Now with the autopilot you will get a cable like this here. This is the cable. In this we'll use these cable, as you can see here. Yeah, we'll use these cable for the connection between the RC, the RC here and the autopilot here. Now we'll connect the RC connection in this way. Now this input system is very delicate, so please make sure you have very soft hands while doing this, and insert it in a way that goes directly inside. There will be a notch here, so please make sure you put it in according to the notch. Now the second thing what we will do is we'll be fixing this autopilot here, right here. Okay, so let's take a minute and do it. Please use the tape generously, because this double set tape, it does two things at the same time. It dampens the vibrations on the accelerometer and gyroscope, so that there are no extra values. And let's cut out this extra part from here like this, and we are done. All we need to do is we need to connect. We'll peel off. Please make sure that it is on the very center of the drone, like this. That's it. That's it. Now we will connect the flight controller with the RC remote. Okay, now the flight controller needs to be connected in a very specific manner. On the screen you will be seeing a circuit diagram. In this circuit diagram we have a sequence of controls which needs to be followed. Okay, the first one you will find is a 3-wire connector, the red, black and white. This 3-wire connector, the red and the black, is the power source, which is only in this connector. Now this connector represents throttle of the flight controller. Now the throttle is given on channel number 3, so we'll connect this on channel number 3. I have shown you before also, the sequence is signal plus and minus. Then the second one is sequentially the second one goes as a roll of the quadcopter. The roll of the quadcopter goes to channel number 1. The third on the sequence is pitch, which goes to channel number 2 of the flight controller. On the sequence, the fourth one is yaw, which goes to channel number 4, and the fifth one goes to channel number 5. And for the safety purpose, what we do is we connect the last one, which is not used by us, which we connect it to channel number 6, as we won't be using it, but we'll be connecting it just so that it doesn't dangle around and get entangled anywhere.
That was the end of part 2 of our drone based video. In the next part, we will program and test flight the drone. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for latest content ahead.